Good afternoon to you all. I don't know, we've got two Georges in the gallery today and they just said, oh, it is afternoon, isn't it? It absolutely is. It's afternoon here in the UK anyway, midday, and it's the 4th of March. So happy Thursday to you. We're just about at the weekend. I hope you are all well on this Thursday. If you are guys are watching from the stateside, then a very good morning to you as well. And really wherever you are in the world, it is an absolute pleasure to have your company on this Thursday when it comes to Wake Up Call. Now, what we're going to be doing is throughout today, I'm going to be showing you previews. But if you are new to us or relatively new, maybe what's going on in the world, maybe our schedule changes, Wake Up Call has relatively or recently moved just this week. Our full schedule has changed in line with the spring, you know, to make it better for all you guys when you're watching at home. So if you want to get a bit more familiar with our new schedules, we've got the times just coming up in a moment or two where you can familiar yourself within these ones. So they're just popping up right on your screen in a moment. There we go. So what's going to be happening Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. here in the UK, 7 a.m. Eastern time. It's going to be an hour of Wake Up Call. It's going to be either myself and Ben, myself and Joe, myself and Becky. We might have another demonstrator, but that's going to be for the first hour, which is going straight into a half-hour craft vault. Then at 3 p.m. here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern time, what we've got is the shows that you already know and love. So things like your masterclass or craft along like we've got today. And then later on in the day to finish off, 7 p.m. here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern time, then that's also going to be the shows that you know and love, such as Monday Makers, Creative Cravens, Colour Me Happy, etc., etc. But then on a Saturday, so the two shows at the later part of the day, they stay the same. So the 3 p.m. UK, 10 a.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. UK, 2 p.m. Eastern time. They stay the same, but what happens at 12 p.m, what's going to happen is it's going to be your crafts right. So that's 12 p.m. here in the UK, 7 a.m. Eastern time. That's for an hour, which also goes straight into a half-hour craft vault. And then to end the week, we've got Bernie. So softer side of life, that is then going to be going from a Tuesday into a Sunday slot. So an hour for softer side for all you that likes your soft crafts, into a half-hour craft vault, and the remainder of the day stays exactly the same, Second Chance Sunday and all your other shows that you know and love. So that is the way that the schedule is running going forward. A lot of love for when it comes to our brand new schedule, so we're glad that you are enjoying it. Now what we're doing is we've got quite a few giveaways going on at the moment. So first and foremost, what we have got is we have got National Craft Month giveaway. So what we're going to be doing is showing you what you could be winning. So what you need to do is, this one is going to be given away daily, and the winner is going to be announced in our 7 p.m. show, and you've got your to be in with the chance of winning all the goodies that you see on your screen. All you need to do is just get social. So whether it is in the middle of Wake Up Call, Craft Fall, it could be Craft Along, or it could be later on today in Cartload. Get social. You don't even need to say anything specific, just get interactive with me. You see the details right along the bottom. So whether that is of course on Facebook or YouTube, get social, get interactive, you are in with the chance of winning. And then what we've got, so that one I showed you was the daily one. This one now is the monthly one. So this is the one where you could be in with the chance of winning a corker of a prize at the end of this month to celebrate National Craft Month. So that one exactly the same, where you could actually win your Gemini Pro and the rotating discs as well. So you can see the strap right along the bottom. There we go. I am not even going to attempt to read that one out. If you do have any issues, just go across onto our website, but follow that address and that's going to take you where you can enter. Now, I did say when it comes to Wake Up Call, we're going to be joined with obviously either Ben, Joe, or we've got Becky. Becky's in today. Are you Becky?
Hey love, how are you?
I'm good, yourself?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
I am as well.
It's my first full day. I feel like I've sort of had the introduction day at school. You know, you get shown the library, where the canteen is. And now I feel like it's my first full day. I'm very excited.
Yeah. Well, funny enough, you know where our library is of samples.
I do,
You know where our canteen and that as well. Obviously,
I
it's a bit reduced at the moment, but you still get a good cake and a cup of tea.
Oh,
that is for sure. Now, what we want you to do is, in the means of getting social, what we're going to do is ask you if you've got any questions to be asking with Becky. And what we're going to be doing is every now and again, we're going to be popping back and forwards and having a bit of a Q&A when it comes to Becky as well. So keeping in mind, if maybe you haven't seen the couple of slots that Becky have done recently, first of all with Jan and then with myself, Becky is an avid crafter, loves her crafts as well. But do get your comments and questions in, and we'll be going through them. Both Becky and myself each have an iPad, so we'll be having a look. But what I'm going to do is, while I go and get myself sorted in a minute, we've got Becky, who's actually got a few things that you want to tell us.
I do indeedy. So first off, let me chat to you about US shipping. Have a little look at this to keep you up to date with everything that's going on right now. So you've got your new express service there, $19.95. You've also got your standard shipping, which is your $12.95. Free shipping, don't forget, when you spend over $125 or more. But if you're platinum or gold member, then you're automatically upgraded to the express. And there's no additional cost at that whatsoever, so you're saving those pennies, pounds, or cents, should I say. So we have got all of that there for you. Do feel free to read it through. And don't forget as well, it is Throwback Thursday today. So we're going to be having a little look at some throwback pictures. And we've got to guess who in the Crafters TV family is in this photograph. I have a little nosy at this. Who could this be? Now, I've got some ideas. Joe and Ben are wiped out for me, although I think that hat would suit them both. I have a feeling I know who it might be.
What, do you think that my mum would dress me in pink, Becky?
What? No. Although, I think it would bring out the colour in your eyes.
Do you think so?
It makes it sound like you've got pink eyes.
Yeah, wonder.
Anyway, do feel free to get guessing in the social, and if you do get it right, you have the chance to win £20 or $20 voucher that you can spend here at Crafters TV. So feel free to treat yourself to that. And also, whilst I'm talking about competitions, if you have been on and liked my social media pages, first off, thank you. We will be announcing the winner of that towards the end of this hour. So do stay tuned if you've been on and liked my socials. For now, though, should we head on over to Craig? Let's do it. What are we up to, Craig Gold?
Right. I wondered when that was going to come, right at the very start. What we're going to do is we are going to be giving you a bit of a peek as to what's coming up throughout the day. And also just to say as well, throughout the full day today on Crafters TV, it is myself and Becky. It is myself and Becky. What we're going to be doing is kickstarting it off later on when it comes to a craft along, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing when it comes to craft along. This is all about our window dies. So this is our stained glass window dies with card bundle as well. So in total, what you're doing is you're going to be getting 88 elements in total. So all of this one here. So when it comes to the dies at the front, you actually get 2 in each set, because what you've then got is you've got the outside die as well as the detailed die. These are perfect for doing your paper piecing. That is why I've chosen to do paper piecing as a craft along later on. You've got the card blanks with the aperture. You also get the envelopes to go with them as well. So $46.97 here in the UK, $54.85 for you guys stateside. You guys in Europe just head across to your part of the website, which is crafterscompanion.eu, and you'll be able to have a look when it comes to your set in euros. But what we want to say as well is so many of you are already in Club Inspire, so when you go across onto the website, you already know that you're not even going to be paying that price right down there. So get across there and have a look to see what yours are. If you have got these ones, go across onto our social media, Crafters Companion mine. You'll find the actual kind of bit of a list as to what you need if you want to be crafting along with myself later on. But then what we're going to do is we're going to be showing you what's also then coming up on Cartload. Now this is a really good one because this is something that you always want to have extra within your stash here. So this is our Gemini, this is our plate collection. It's back in stock. You never ever want to run out of these ones. You always want to have spare when it comes to your crafty stash, as well as things like your adhesive. So this one is perfect for you. Is it both sizes? Wow, great. So both sizes, both of them are available. So whether you want to do your junior or you want to do your large ones. So let's have a look. You know, if you've already got the Gemini, then you already know what the plates look like. But let's show you. What you do is, within these ones here, now I want to show you, you get your full set. You do also get a second cutting plate. You will get 2 of them. So you've got your 2 cutting plates, you've got your plastic shim, you've got your metal shim, magnetic shim, and also your rubber embossing mat. So you've got that full set there. That price is simply phenomenal for that full set of large Gemini plates as well. So these ones, of course, are going to go through your large Gemini. They're also going to go through the Pro at the different angle as well. Usually you'll be able to do that one. Great to have within the stash as well. So do keep them ones in, pop them into your basket, and you know you've got a spare set when you are crafting away. But then what we've also got is we've got the junior set as well. So you'll be able to see your junior set on the screen right now. £37 here in the UK, $44.50 for you guys stateside. Same configuration when it comes to the junior plates. You're going to get 2 of your cutting plates, and you've got your plastic shim, magnetic, rubber embossing mat, and also your magnetic shim as well, all for that price. That one, as many of you will know, and if you don't know, these will even go through your large Gemini, not your Pro, but your large Gemini turned sideways. So a real good way in, but you can mix and match whether you like to use your Pro or you want to do your large Gemini. So that's what's coming up later on today in Cartload. So Cartload now being 7 p.m. here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern or 11 a.m. Pacific time. Then what we're going to do is I'm going to just shimmy just down here, not very far, 1 step, you know, a little bit to the side. Now, check out the big daddy here. We've got this full alphabet. Look at that. It's like I'm swimming, but I'm not. Oh, a bit of sun and sun. But what we've got in within these ones here, 37 pieces in total. You've got your alphabet, you've got your numbers as well. You've even got your, is it ampersand? Is it an ampersand? Or I just know it's an and.
Yeah.
Why don't they just call it and? The and sign. And.
It's a great point.
Thank you, Becky. Thank you. It is a good point. Why not just say and? You get your and as well. So what you've got, 37 pieces in total, £40 here in the UK, $66 for you guys stateside. As I always like to say, you guys Europe, head across onto your website, getting that good saving there, and you're going to get even more of a saving when it comes to Club and Spire. But what we're going to do is we're going to be doing a bit of a demo on the window die. So while I go and get myself sorted, we're going to literally, well, not literally, but I was about to say throw over to Becky. We're going to pass over to Becky. She's going to do a few comments.
Thank you very much, Craigle. Okay, you've been sending in your messages. We've had some lovely ones. Patty Redmond, hi Patty, how are you? Is saying that she loves the stained glass dies. I'll be honest, I've not seen these ones yet, but I saw some of the made pieces and they're incredible, Patty. I agree with you there. We have got Laurie and Jane in with us. I remember you from my last show. Saying, afternoon everyone in Crafty Land. What a fabulous lineup for the show. Love having a selection of alpha dies. They're always so handy, aren't they? When you want to personalise something, it's perfect. And we've had a massive congrats to Craig from the lovely Crazy Daisy saying, congrats, Craig, on over 7,000 likes on Facebook.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm so glad I got to that number. I always like to say this as well, just very briefly. It's not actually, we don't usually look at the numbers because obviously we do our social media because we love it. So thank you so much for all the likes and follows. I really do appreciate it. Now, I'm not going to confuse anyone else when it comes to giveaways. Just keep your eyes peeled. That's all that I'm going to say is keep your eyes peeled on my pages.
Oh, that's exciting. I like that. Don't forget as well, actually speaking of days as we were today, because it is the 4th of March, it's World Book Day today. Did you know that?
Oh.
World Book Day today. Have you got a favourite book, Craigle?
I'm not much of a reader.
No.
If I do read, it's a celebrity autobiography. A celebrity that I'm really interested in. Other than that, no, I don't really.
What's the best celebrity autobiography you've read?
Oh, funny enough, this is something or someone that I kind of mentioned quite a lot lately. It's Davina McCall.
Love a bit of Davina. I've met her, you know.
Yeah, an absolute inspiration to myself. And yeah, I've read her book a couple of times and even listened to her audiobook as well.
Oh, fab, I love it. So do keep your messages coming through for us. Don't forget, if you've got any questions for me, I'll have a bit of a Q&A later on. That'll be coming up for you in about 45 minutes or so. And of course, if you want to let us know your favourite book for World Book Day, then do feel free to let us know. Craig, I'm back over with you in Craig's Corner. What are we up to for this demo?
Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the window dies. I'm going to be using the Lily one. So we've got this one here. So this is great for doing your stained glass effect. So whether you're going to do things like paper piecing, we're going to do with one of the other dies later on. So this is one of the sets that's going to be coming in with the Craft Along. Just to say as well, the Craft Along show is 3 p.m. here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time or 7 a.m. Pacific Time for you guys stateside. If you are Central Europe, then that is then going to be 4 p.m. So what we can do with these ones is I'm going to bring a card blank in. So with this card blank, what you've got is you've got a nice selection that have the apertures already die cut out. Now you've got different ones, different shapes. What you could be doing as well, if you are into maybe your sewing, maybe like Kelly in the office who likes to do the cross stitching, it's going to be a nice aperture for things like that. But what I'm going to do is, you know what I like to do is I like to change it slightly. So I've got my card blank. Now what I've done is I have cut it down in half. So I have cut it down in half, so I've got one half here, and then I have got my other half here. With this one, I've trimmed it down slightly so that it is 5.5 by 5.5. So we can take that one out of the way. And then what I've got is I've got a few other layers here. So I've got this back black layer with a bit of bright yellow sunshine onto a card blank, which is 6.5 by 6.5. And always remember, when it comes to any card blank sizes that you like to make yourself, maybe instead of it just being 6 by 6, 7 by 7, maybe if you do a different size, then you can of course use your Ultimate Pro to make an envelope. And then what I've done with this one is also created a matting layer, but I've made it a little bit thinner than 1/4 of an inch. So we are good to go within these ones. So I'm going to pop that to the side. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a couple of pieces of cardstock. Within the dies, what you've got is you've got the decorative die. Now this has an outside edge, so the full lot is going to cut out. You've also got a matting layer die, so that will give you the matting layer. Or if you do them together, what will happen is it will give you a nice frame because the two sides cut. But what I want to do is I just want to use this one die on its own for the time being. Pop that one into the middle. I'm going to bring in my low tack tape to secure this one, and we can run this one through. As I usually like to do is use my Gemini Junior, which is exactly what I'm doing. Let's find the end of the tape. I've had one of those weeks where I've been messing. Look at this. Look at this. Where the low tack tape just hasn't been playing ball with me. There we go. It's a big waste here, but there we are. We found the end of it. So what we can do is let's secure this one into place, running it through. Tape that, tape that. We can then, of course, take a plastic, magnetic, and then top plate. So if I then run these ones through, so we're going to pop that one through the Gemini Junior, and we are, let's say we've got Hannah Hexagon saying good morning, Craig, Becky, CTV crew, and Crafty Friends, good morning. Good morning, George. You press that button and say morning.
Oh yeah, I got good morning.
There you go. Georgina, you do it as well. Morning, Georgina. No, the button. The button. But lean over and press it.
Hold on. She's saying, hold on. Hang on.
Good morning.
Oh, go very quiet.
Beautiful.
Very quiet. If only she was like that in real life when she's not behind a microphone. Hey. Anyway, we'll learn them up. We've got a nice selection of different teams in the gallery doing Wake Up Call now. So by the end of this week, we've only got a day tomorrow, they'll have learned, they'll have all learned. There we go. So what we're going to do is let's take this one, let's pop these bits out. Now you do have your die release tool if you're wanting to be using that, if you have that one. But what we can do is poke this one out. So we are... Let's just pop this one out with my pokey tool. Come on, come on, come on. Let's peel this one out. So using the release tool. Now look at the detail that you've got, the fine line detail that you have got within this lily here. So this is where you could be popping it onto your cardstock, colour in, glitter pens, alcohol pens, maybe pop it onto acetate, use your bright alcohol pens to colour in. But what I'm going to do on this occasion is take a piece of green card. Now I've already done this one and done it exactly the same, so nothing different, die cut it twice, but this time into a piece of green card. And then I'm going to take the yellow one again and I'm going to go around with my dotty tape runner. Usually what I would do is use my tacky glue with the fine liner, or you could use your self-adhesive double-sided adhesive sheets. But what I'm then going to do is I'm going to give it a bit of a drop shadow. So what I like to do is holding it in midair, but just have it sitting just over the top, and then you can either pull it down to the bottom right, you might want to pull it to the side, which is exactly what I'm going to do. So let's pop that one in and press, and it gives you that fine layer just on that backdrop. It works well if you have a darker layer at the back because it gives that natural look of a shadow. So what I'm doing now is if I bring these layers in, now what also happens is because of the layer of the die, the outside layer, it actually sits just on top of the aperture. So it sits nicely as if it's just holding it. So what we can then do is let's bring in all of our layers and let's start to layer these ones up. So we're going to pop these ones on either using your tape runner, or you know what I'm like, I do like my double-sided tape. So simply by layering these ones up. But we've got, I'm having a look here as well at the side of me. We've got Amanda Oak saying good morning. She's from Cheshire in the UK. Good morning to you. Is that where you're from?
I am, yeah.
Is it?
I'm a Cheshire lass.
Ah, Cheshire lass. Ah. I don't know much about it.
You don't know much about it?
No.
Have you heard of Chester?
Yeah.
And Hollyoaks?
I've heard of Hollyoaks.
Right, Hollyoaks is meant to be set in Chester. It's actually filmed in Liverpool.
Ah,
yeah.
Right, okay. That's a bit like Judge Judy, meant to be filmed in New York, but it's actually filmed in California.
No,
or
I
LA.
didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Did you not know?
No, I didn't.
Let me tell you, any way I can bring a subject back to Judge Judy, I'll do it.
I've never watched it.
What?
Never. She the one with the curly hair?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and she's got the guard bird that stands at the side of her.
Oh no, that's the end of my knowledge, the hair.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What happened as well, at Christmas time, but actually when I came back from Scotland for a few days break at Christmas, I came back and someone had either written away, or I presumed emailed nowadays, to CBS America and got me a signed picture of Judge Judy and Bird. I still to this day don't know who it was.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, still don't know who it was, who done it, but they done that for me as well.
Santa Claus?
That was really nice.
That's so sweet.
Part of me part of me likes the fact that I don't know. I would like to know to be thankful, but on the other part, so I'm not sure if maybe George is saying maybe, was it a crafty person? It could be. It could be, because we have many amazing American crafters out there, but who knows? So it's one that I'll need to keep investigating.
Love that.
But on this one here, what I've done is I showed you the layers that I'd done originally at the start, so I lifted them and layered them up. This black layer with the aperture, I lifted on foam pads, and then because we've created this drop shadow, it shows you the white layer at the back, so it really makes it stand out, and I've just popped that with adhesive around the back. Now you can add a sentiment, maybe a gem, a pearl, something to finish it off. For this demo, what I'm doing is I'm leaving it there because I want it to show off the actual design of the die. But within that one there, that's what you could be doing with that die. You've got another 3 dies that you could be choosing that's coming within that bundle. These are the ones that are going to be featured when it comes to the craft along being later on today at 3 p.m. here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern time or 7 a.m. Pacific time. So get across either onto Crafters Companion social pages or mine. You're going to see a picture of what we're going to create in the craft along, as well as all the products that you're going to need to grab and then craft along with me. If you don't have them, this is where you've got the opportunity now to get them at this incredible bundle, this incredible price, and then you can always go back and watch the craft along whenever you like It won't be live, but it's there for you to craft along whenever you like. So, while I get myself sorted and tidied, I'm going to throw back to Becky, who's going to read out a few more of your comments.
Thank you so much. I love that card. Isn't that so eye-catching? You've been sending in loads of messages. I'm going to start off with a really lovely one I had a skim read of. It's from Kimberly. Hi, Kimberly. Kimberly says, hi, everyone. This will be my last live wake-up call for a few weeks as I'm back to work tomorrow. I'd like to thank Craig, Crafter's Companion, and all of the CC for keeping me sane during lockdown 3. I've been furloughed twice since 18th of December. Last year's furlough for me was April until September. So it's been quite a difficult year. I appreciate others that have had it worse than me. Thank you, CC, and all of the crafters who live in my laptop for coming into my home and keeping me company. Thanks to all you guys. That's so beautiful, Kimberly. Isn't that nice?
That is so nice. That is so nice to hear, you know, and yeah, we have a pleasure. We have a great time doing these, but I know as well that there's so many people that it's actually helping, keeping your mind away from what's going on or just passing the time. That's so nice. So yeah, so a big shout out to everyone else that's needing that bit of extra love at the moment.
Definitely. It's craft therapy, isn't it? It's craft therapy. We've had some more messages in. We've got Crafting with Quilting Lady saying, Happy World Book Day. I was just working with my students remotely on some book project. Oh, what you up to? Let us know. I've had Susan messaging in saying her favourite book is To Kill a Mockingbird. I've read it every year since I was 10. Now, I'll be honest, that's not one that I have read. Yourself, Craigle?
No. The only book, I was just thinking, the only book that I've read that's not an autobiography is actually my favourite film ever.
Go on.
Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Sorry, that's got a book?
That's got a book. And let me tell you, the detail in that book that's not in the film blows your mind.
Well, do you know what? This actually plays in really well to what Rosalind is saying. Rosalind says, I have to say that Harry Potter series is my favourite to reread. I'm so on your page. I'm dyslexic, so reading for me isn't really my favourite thing, but I do a lot of driving, so I'm all about the audiobooks. I am my second time through all of the 7 books of Harry Potter, and Harry Potter goes into so much more detail than the films, so much more. It's brilliant. So I'm on board with you there. We have got Jenny's in saying my favourite books are Little Women, Heidi and White Boots. I've not heard of that one. And The Ballet Shoes by Knowles, what is it, Sturfield? I'll guess it. Could not say how many times I've read them. I've heard of Little Women, of course. I have read that one, but the other ones are beyond me. I've not heard of those ones. Thank you for sending those ones in. Do not forget that it is Throwback Thursday. So we're giving you the chance to win £20 or $20 to see if you can work out who this lovely person is. Playing with a lovely ball, gorgeous hats, very chic. Do feel free to message us in on those social medias and you have the chance of winning that. And don't forget, if you've been onto my socials and liked my page, we'll be announcing the winner of that in a little bit. Now, I have to let you know something that's a little bit sneaky. We've gone off plan. We have a map in front of us. It's like the sat-nav has been directing you to turn left, but you just decide to ignore it. We're a little bit worried about a Craft Vault product that's coming up for you in a little bit because they are getting seriously low in stock. So I want to show you it now. I've got 2 products back to back, a little sneaky peek. This is what you're going to be getting, and this is a mega saving. So we're letting you see them now so that you have the chance to grab them. This is your foil stamp die background. Now you're getting 2 of them. So you're going to be getting this wonderful background, which has got this very lace-like effect, great for your bridal, great, of course, for your big designs like this Happy Birthday. And I've also got the foil press detail design too. This is your second one that you're getting in it. And these ones are how they are looking. So that again is with the ornate swirls that you've got here, which I think adds such a special background. Now, I'm showing you these now because, as we say, Craft Vault, very low in stock. We want you to get a bargain. We want you to get the deal. So please do treat yourself. $17.50 today in the UK, $26 only. The saving on this is huge, ginormous, gargantuan. So do feel free to treat yourself to that whilst you can. And we should really see what fun we can be having with them. So let's head on over to you, Craig.
Let's go for it, Becky. Now, straight away, had to have the foil press in because obviously we're really scared that it's not going to last when it comes to the craft vault. Because it's a foil press, I was like, let's bring it in. So let's do it. Everything you need to know if you don't already know about the foil press, there's lots already on our website or YouTube. So go back and have a look. There is going to be foil press shows coming up. So I'm just going to explain what I'm doing and then hopefully you'll already know. If not, we'll be explaining it in future shows, but there is past shows. So what I'm doing, because this is a full background, I've already got it to temperature, so it's on green, which means I'm good to go. Because it's a large one, I need to go to 45 seconds. So what I'm going to do is pop my background on into place. We're going to bring the carbon plate. Now, you know by now, if you've been following us for quite a while, I've just pressed start in case anyone's wanting to know, I do like to put my carbon plate over the top. Sarah, Leanne, they'll all do it without the carbon plate. The actual instructions do say not to have the carbon plate. My theory is as it's heating up and then the heat could potentially be escaping. I want to retain that heat. That's my theory. It works, Becky, so I keep going with that.
A little bit like putting a lid on a pan of boiling
exactly.
water.
That's it, exactly it. Occasionally, it may actually cause a little bit of overfoiling, but in that case, what you do is just take off the carbon plate, or with our foil press, you have got that luxury of being able to reduce it for a few seconds, unlike any foil press out there. So now, beeps to let us know we are good to go. So what we're going to do is I've brought in some of our, this is our rose gold foil, and I've cut it to size. And what I'm doing is I'm popping it shiny side down. Anything like this, to show you a quick demonstration, I'll always do it onto black. 2 reasons. Black shows off just perfectly, and 2, if there's any mistakes, it'll show it on black. So we're hoping there won't be, and I'm quite confident there won't be, hence why I'm doing this. Popping the carbon plate over the top. There's a little butt at the top, so a little notch or a little bit of a, what do you call it? A lip, that's it, yeah. Just at the top, so just making sure your carbon plate is up against that. Then what we're going to do is feed that one through. Still works exactly the same if you're using the large Gemini, you just need the extender plate of the carbon plate. As this then comes out, what we can do, take this one out, we're going to remove this one, and then I'm going to turn it around. Now straight away you can see we've got that impression already. Now keeping in mind, as I say, if any little mistakes, it's going to be shown on black. So let's peel this one off.
Oh, that's fab!
Look at that.
Oh, wow!
Isn't that simply phenomenal?
Oh, I love it.
Absolutely phenomenal when it comes to the foiling. Yes, it's black cardstock. It could be glitter card, it could be matte card, Centura Pearl, Hunky Dory's, Adorable Scoreable, could be craft card, anything like that. But while we've still got a little bit more time, very quick time, what I'm also going to show you, comes to the foil press, you do get your finger protectors. It doesn't get boiling hot. I'm comfortable enough lifting it up, but you do get your little tweezers as well as finger grips if you want to. But what I'm doing is I'm moving that one out the side. Then what I'm going to do is, many might think, oh, yeah, but Craig, that's waste. That's waste. You know, I don't want to bin that. Don't bin it. What I'm doing is I'm going to go right up to 60 seconds or a minute, whichever word, potato, potato. And then what I'm also doing is I just need to let that just to come up to green. Oh, there we go. We're on green now. So what I need to do is I need to pop my foil shiny side down. I'm going to bring in another piece of black cardstock into place. Now what I need is 2 additional shims. So I've brought in our white stamping card, popping that one on, and then we also need a magnetic shim from our Gemini Junior. Popping that one on, and then we're going to do a carbon plate, press and start. This is the only technique. Then what you do is you actually level out all the layers first, then press start. Everything else when it comes to foiling, you're putting your foil press stamp into place, press and start, then you're going to build your layers up afterwards. What I always like to say as well, if you've got or going for the Gemini Junior plates, that collection, if you can, what to do is have one of your magnetic shims separate and only use it for the foil press. Just means you don't need to keep chopping and changing. If you do use the same one, it is absolutely fine. You can use the same Gemini magnetic shim for your die cutting as well as your foil press. You absolutely can use the same ones. I just like to say, if you can go there and maybe just have a separate one, it will be good and beneficial because you don't need to chop and change. But we need it up to that good minute because we need that pressure. No, Gemini does the pressure. We need the heat of the foil press to come all the way through. And also by doing all the layers, this is where you're going to get the pressure once you run it through. Sliding it out, never bend. Where's bend come from? Sliding it out, and then we're going to run that one through. Definitely don't bin it. You do not want to bin it. Feeding that one through. I like to keep a hold of it just until the Gemini actually grabs it, runs it through. So now think of all your different wasting that you can be foiling. Remove this one. Bring all these layers into place. We're going to lift this one up. Then what we're going to do, straight away, look at that already. But then what I'm going to do is peel off the back end. Look at that, see-through, nothing left on it. A tiny little drab at the end, but look at that. Near enough completely gone. And now we've then popped our, what would be in the waste, into a piece of cardstock. Once again, this can be any of your texture cardstocks, anything like that. And then what we can do, just so you can see the effect, if we were to just even it up with our guillotine or paper trimmer, or you could be die cutting it into place, what you would see, you would think that you've maybe got that out of patterned cardstock, maybe within a full bundled cardstock. You can do it yourself. And same with this one here. And also think as well, don't always just do it straight onto your cardstock. This could be a die cut nested die layer if you want. You know, it could be your nesting dies, it could be sentiment that you want to foil over the top. But look at that one. Now, no wonder so many people love these ones in the past. That's just some of the things that you can be doing. Let's show you. You've got a card that you can be doing, maybe just half on each side. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, really pretty.
There's another one, Centura Pearl. As it's the foil press, you can be foiling onto materials as well. Faux leather and ribbons, organza, all your different materials as well that you can be doing. Love that one, love that backdrop, and I love that, that deal that you're going to get. That's why we're not surprised if this doesn't last the craft wall. That's why we want to bring it in to Wake Up Call. And it's the foil press, which I love. So there we go. So that is it. Anything else that you want to see when it comes to craft vault, that's what's going to be coming right at the end of Wake Up Call. So don't go anywhere. What will happen is once me and Becky finish Wake Up Call, there'll be a little clip, and then we'll go straight into the craft vault where you can see more. So once again, while I get myself all tidied up ready for the next demonstration, I'm going to go back to Becky, who's going to read a few more comments from you.
Does anybody else see a technique like that and almost just imagine your bank manager calling you going, what have you been spending again?
Yeah.
Because if we haven't met, Diana said, who's the new host? Hi, how are you? My name's Rebecca Redican. Feel free to call me Becky. And I'm a crafter. I have a crafting business, which I started when I was at university, and I have crafted since I was very, very small indeed. I have never, ever, ever seen the actual foil being used before. I've seen it on finished products, but I've never seen it being used. I now know that I'm obsessed.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to treat myself to that massively. I love that. Thank you so much. Oh no, I'm going to have that on dresses. I'm going to have bed linen. Anyway, let me show you, if you have just tuned in, what we're talking about. This is coming up in the craft vault in a little bit, if it's still available. We're showing it you now because it has been really popular. We've only got a few left. There's two of them. You have got the foil press. This is the one that the wonderful Craig did a demonstration with earlier on. This has got the lovely ornate swirls design that you've got here. You all right, Craig?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, good, just checking. And I've also got the wonderful framed design here, just to give you an idea how it looks. This is your vintage lace design. I think that is so bridal. I can also imagine it almost, framing the bottom of a birthday cake or something like that on ribbon. That would look gorgeous. So those are still available. Let's have a little look at what you've been saying. Again, don't forget, you have got a Q&A time with me coming up very shortly, so do feel free to get those questions in. I have seen some already, but do feel free to ask me any questions and I will answer them, whatever it is. We have got loads. I feel like I've put myself in a corner there, but do feel free. I've got loads of messages in. It is World Book Day, so we've got loads of people saying the books that they love. We've got Kelly saying the Cat Who series by Lillian Bruin. The Cat Who, is that like the cat who came to tea? Oh no, that's Tiger, isn't it? I'm not sure about the Cat Who.
No.
Do you know the Cat Who?
No.
Sounds like a good band name though, doesn't it?
The tattoo.
Yeah. The Cat Who, coming at you.
Oh, the Cat Who?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said the tattoo.
No, the Cat Who.
No, the Cat Who.
Tattoo were a band, if you recall.
No.
Do you not remember them?
No.
No. I would sing it to you, but quite frankly, I like you, so I won't put you through it. We've got some messages saying, Dale Hill, hi Dale, is saying, I just love the craft along shows and love that Craig gives us a glimpse of the crafts we will be working with during our wake up call. That's lovely of you, thank you very much. I've had Lisa in, Bad Girl, saying, OMG, I was on the edge about buying the foil press. I bought it for my daughter instead. Sorry, I brought the Quacklet, sorry, for my daughter instead as HSN special. But now going back to buy this for me, how gorgeous. I'm in the same boat as you. Definitely going to be me as well. We have got, Debbie has said, I've never tried foiling, but the demos are making me think that I should try it. I'm exactly the same, Debbie. I'm thinking of all the people who love metallics, and metallics are massively on trend at the moment, aren't they? It's not just in jewellery, it's in homeware. You're getting rose gold kettles and you know, wonderful silver ornaments and things like that. So I completely agree with you there, definitely. Apparently, the Cat Who Loves books were murder mysteries that a cat helped solved. They were fabulous. That sounds perfect.
Oh, it does. Oh. Here we go.
Do you want me to hand you a needle to sew your sides back together? I'm going to move on.
I'll just capture that bit tumbleweed.
Can I just remind you, it is Throwback Thursday. So we're giving you the chance to win £20 or $20. All you have to do, you've got a couple of minutes to get your guesses in. Guess who this person is from our fabulous team here. Get your messages in on your socials. And don't forget, if you are brand new, we want to hear from you. Welcome to the family. It's my first full day, so I'm new with you as well. So do feel free to message us in. This is how you can get involved with us right there at the bottom of your screen. So do feel free to come on in, say hello, and let us know maybe what your favourite book is for World Book Day. Okie poker, what's up now? Oh, I've got some more questions coming through. Who fancies getting crafty again? Let's do it. Craig, what are we up to?
Right, we're going to be showing you what's coming up on Cartload later on today. I'm not sure maybe if you've seen this one, Becky, or maybe you just chose not to read it because maybe it would embarrass you. But Debbie on YouTube is saying, Becky, you are a delight. It's great to know that you are a crafter. Then she has gone on to ask a question that we'll ask you later on, just asking what your specialities are. So a lot of love for Becky
Debbie, that's
as well.
so nice. I didn't read it because it was making me a bit blushy.
I know, it's always weird when you have to read things like that about yourself. Eh? I know. So we will ask Becky some more questions just very, very shortly. But yeah, so what I'm away to show you is our alphabet. Now this is a whopping collection, 37 pieces in total. You get your numbers, you get your letters, you're also going to get, as I say, the and, or as some of the cool kids say, alphasan. Alphasan?
Ampersand.
Alphasan. Alphasan.
Ampersand.
Ands, basically. Is that okay? I'm just going to do it. I'm going to put it out there. Yeah, the and sign, the and. What you've got within these ones here, the main idea and the main concept of these ones that you can see on the board, so the letters and the numbers that are in black, you're actually using what you would think is the waste. So what is giving you that shadow, that black alphabet, that's what you're using. But the actual letter or number that actually pops out, that is then can be used as well. So what we'll do is let's demo one of them and explain them a little bit better. I'm going to go with a very quick and simple card, but to show you how you can do it as a concept card. I have taken the 1 and the 6. Let's make a 16th birthday card. And all that you need to watch for is if you're doing your cards, make sure the shadow is always facing the same direction. So we've got it to the bottom, or not so much the bottom, but the right-hand side. That's your shadow here, and same with this side here. So what I'm doing, I'm going to then take a piece of our nesting dies that I've already cut beforehand, and let's pop the 1 and the 6 into place. Now I'm going to tape that with our low-tack tape. We can then pop that one on, and we can pop this one on as well. And then what we can do is run it through our Gemini Junior. And the size of these mean that if you are wanting to cut them individually, then you can absolutely pop them through your Gemini Mini or your Go. So what we're doing is we're going to our main plate configuration, and we're going to run that one through. Now there is, if you've seen any past foil press shows, you know that you absolutely can foil your dies, your paper craft dies. So the outline that would die cut then foils. Head across onto our YouTube or our Crafters TV on our website, watch past shows where you can see that technique. But what we're going to do with this one, let's take my plates and put them back here. I'm going to take the dies out, and now this is what we are wanting. So this gives us that shadowed 16. So we've got the number and we've got the shadow all the way around the side here. But what I was meaning about using the number or the letter that comes out the middle, if I pop this one out, you've also got the actual, what you would think is the waist. It's not going to be waist, you'll be able to use that. So we've got that one there. And exactly the same when it comes to the 6. Some of the numbers, such as 6 and 9 and 8, they will come out as a separate component. So all you just need to do is build it back. So let's pop that one there and there. So you can pop them back together, side by side, onto your card or project, and you can be using them as well. So you've kind of got a 2-for when it comes to these ones. But what we can do is let's pop some tape on. Now this is going to be a shaker, so usually I would use my red liner tape, but for time and speed, let's use just a tape runner. And I've got a bit of acetate. And once again, I would usually use my Gemini and cut a nested circle, slightly smaller, just so it's on the inside of the card. But what I'm going to do is roughly cut, and I'm not being precise on the back because you're not going to see the acetate on the back. I've popped the lip of my scissors just underneath, and I'm just cutting all the way around. So that's given us that bit of a clear barrier. Then what I can do as well, let's bring in our foam on a roll. And as we like to say, when it comes to shaker, it's always best to use the foam on a roll, because then that means that you are getting a continuous layer. And instead of using your smaller or your medium foam pads, you're not having to cut them up, because the key part is making sure all of these edges are pressed right up to each other, so we've got no gaps. So let's pop this one in. And I would as well always make it a bit more neater, but we are against the clock, so I'm doing it very, very quickly.
Just whilst you're doing that, can I interject? We've had a message in from Marilyn saying the size of the alphabet, please.
Rightio.
So on the boards, it's saying, depending obviously on the letter and where the curvature is, you're around 4 centimetres, which is about 1.63 inches in height. So there you go. Hope that helps.
They're good sizable ones. You know, there is a lot of alphabets out there that are really, really small, and that's great. They've got a place, they absolutely do. But to have alphabet dies and number dies and where you can use them within your projects and make projects with them, full projects, whether it is 8x8 cards, maybe home decor, you've got that option to do that with.
Brilliant.
But what I'm doing is I'm just peeling the backs off here, and then I'm going to pop, I've got another layer here of purple, and it is 1 layer bigger when it comes to our nesting dies. And then what I'm going to do is I've popped or brought in some little, it's kind of like a mixture of beads and glitter, etc. in here. So I'm going to pop that into the middle. I like to put it into the middle of my base layer, because if I pop it into there, that then means I have to tip this layer and try and get it in the right place, which for me ain't going to happen. So what I'm doing is if I do it this way, it means I can then get my 16th layer in the right place, and I'm going to press that one into place. That's going to secure it, and we've now got our shaker component that you can see here. Really fun, just something a bit different as well, Becky, I always think.
I think it looks magical.
Well, lifting
I'd
it
love
up.
to get that card. I mean, I'd love to be 16. Nah, I'm not sure I would actually.
No, see, I don't know if I would want to be that age again.
No thanks.
Don't think so.
No, I
don't think
I
so.
would.
Not nowadays anyway, no. Definitely not.
Too many spots and not enough driving. That's my thing with being 16.
Yeah, there's that. There is that. And what I'm doing is let's take piece. So on this one here, what I'm doing is I am using my glue gel because I'm popping some embellishments on. Embellishments, as you know, I will use the glue gel for. So it's not that the glue gel is redundant when it comes to myself. I do use it for embellishments. And let's take a couple of flowers. So what we're going to do, these are just flowers that I've bought in an inexpensive store. We're just going to layer these ones up. But if you like your flower form in foam, why not make your own flowers? But let's just pop that one into place. And then let's pop that there, there, and there. Let's just open them. And then there we go. We've got our 16th, or it could be 21st, it could be 60th, it could be 27th if you wanted to, or 97th. You can then choose whichever number you want to use, but likewise it could be anyone's name, it could be a nickname. If it's going to be longer, you can make it longer as well, using the numbers, using the letters. But that's just one of the things that you can be making using the Shadow Alphabet dies, 37 pieces in total, coming up on cartload later on today, which is 7 p.m. here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. You're going to get that full bundle. £40 here in the UK, $66 for you guys stateside. But if you're in Clubs Inspire, you'll pay less than that. Always remember, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com and .eu. Once again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself sorted and we're going to head over to Becky, who's got a few more comments that she's going to read.
Thank you, Craig.
You're
so
welcome.
I've had loads more messages in from you. So lovely Jenny is in. Hiya, Jenny. Saying that sorry, Jenny, I found you. Sorry, it's not. It's Jill. Saying my favourite book is Clan of the Cave Bear. Now that one's escaped me as well, but it sounds quite mythical. Am I on the right track there? It does sound quite mythical and magical. We've had Teresa in saying, hi Craig and team. Nice to meet you, Becky, for the first time. Oh, you're a love. Thank you so much. Lovely to meet you too. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, first full day. Sorry, I'm giggling because Craig sort of slid seductively into the chair beside me.
You may have just seen my cards just pop into view there, just trying to not get caught in the camera there.
I liked the high kick. It was very Moulin Rouge.
Yeah, you won't get me on Strictly.
Hey, would you do Strictly?
I'm more of a Big Brother than Strictly.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to see you on Big
Strictly
Brother.
Come Dancing.
Yeah.
Or Dancing with the Stars,
with the
isn't
stars,
it?
isn't it? In America, yeah. Oh, I could see you doing both of them. We've had who is it? Helen saying, I'm trying to read all of those books you feel that you ought to have read. So I know what you mean, sort of the classics and things like that. Currently reading The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins. Is it like The Woman in Black? Was it a sequel? No, that would be a rubbishy sequel.
That would, wouldn't it?
And she was a ghost! End of book 1. Book 2, or was she? You know. Ooh. Written in 1859, apparently. See, that's a classic, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what the oldest book I've ever read is. Little Women's.
Is it Little Women? Is that the one, do you watch Friends?
Yes.
Is that the one where Joey puts the book in the freezer?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that is the one.
Yeah, the bit where, is it Phoebe plot spoils, or is it Rachel plot spoils how it's going to end? And he's like, no, she dies. Yeah, it's really good, really good. So it is Q&A time for me, apparently.
Yes, it is indeed. Absolutely. So I think we've got some questions coming in, but I think what we're going to do as well, we're going to do a few quick fire questions with you.
Okay.
So, you know, nothing, don't worry, it's not anything scary.
Right.
I don't think so anyway. Rightio, are you ready? Let's go for it.
Yeah.
Rightio, cats or dogs?
I have both.
Okay. Sweet or savoury?
Both together.
What big
Yeah, all about if it's like bacon with syrup, I'm there. Yeah,
Sounds
sweet
good.
and savoury. I have to do both.
Oh, rightio. Facebook or YouTube?
Facebook.
Okie doke. Night out or night in?
At the moment, night in.
Yeah, I think we're all like that.
Always.
Laundry or dishes?
Neither. But let's go for dishes, because dishwasher.
Okay, I don't have one.
Actually, I don't like the smell of a dishwasher. I'm changing my mind. I'm doing laundry.
Doing laundry.
Yeah.
Nice smell. Tea or coffee?
Coffee. Yeah.
Box set or film?
Box set, because I feel like with a box set, you can craft along.
Got ya.
Whereas a film, you have to be in it, miss one moment, and you're done. Box set, absolutely fine. Hours of crafting.
Yeah, perfect. Early start or a lie-in?
Lie in.
Yeah.
Definitely. I feel like if I get up before sort of 8 o'clock in the morning, it's only because I'm going on holiday.
Yeah.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
funny enough, I was away to say city break or beach holiday.
Oh, good question. I'm going to say city break, because for me, you can do art galleries and kind of lots of food, a bit more possibly. So I'll say city break.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. And I can't remember what the last one was I was away to say. TV or book?
TV. Every single
Every time.
Yeah.
Every
It's hard
time.
to craft and have a book, isn't it?
Well, it is. Absolutely. It is. Yeah. So no, I'd go TV. That's absolutely true. Absolutely. Rightio. So let's have a look at these comments and see what other questions. So I've got a couple as well jotted down from earlier on. So we've done a few of the quick fire questions. So let's go in, and I want to go right back to the beginning of the comments. So we've got, right, where are we? Bear with.
I mean, there is a lot of messages
That I
in
know
today.
there has, isn't there? Right, so we've got, let's go back to again because I don't want to miss anything. Right, so we've got, Karen on YouTube is saying, Becky, what is your favourite craft technique?
I'll be honest with you, that's really, really, really difficult. So I grew up in a really artsy family. My dad is an art teacher and had his own art gallery and was in art galleries all over the world, including the Tate. So I've always sort of grown up with painting as a traditional acrylics and oil specifically. So I started off with that. So I kind of want to say that. However, I'm the type of artist that if you want something to look like something, then I'm not your girl, you know.
Okay.
If you want textures and colours, if you want something that you kind of stand 2 metres away from and go a little bit cross-eyed and you're like, oh, I can almost make out a shape, then I'm the person you go to. So I wouldn't necessarily say that that's sort of my favourite, as it were. I'm very much one of those people who, dependent on my mood and dependent on maybe time of year, I'll become sort of obsessed with something.
Okay.
So at the moment, just for the moment, I would say I'm into my alcohol inks.
Okay,
I
yeah.
am alcohol inking absolutely everything.
They are
Front
amazing.
covers of memory books. In fact, my Mother's Day card, which I've had to send off because my mum lives in Spain. So I've
Right.
already had to send that. That was inked as well. So yes, I'd say
Yeah.
that at the moment, but I will change my mind.
We always kind of change our mind at times throughout the year, isn't it? Now,
Yeah.
that actually leads on to what Debbie, who said, Becky, you are a delight. She asked, what is your crafting speciality? So maybe then you would say, obviously at the moment, and it would be your alcohol inks.
Well, I'd say if I was to talk about speciality and my business is, which I've started when I was at university, it's very much mixed media.
Right.
So I do a lot of pieces for art galleries, etc., which are very mixed media. So it's kind of fabric with paint on it, with die cutting, and so much more. So if I was to say speciality, again, although it's a little bit of an odd term, I would say mixed media would be the speciality.
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. So I know we've still got quite a few more comments coming through as well, but obviously, like anything, you know, time is running out. But you know, you're part of the family now, so we'll be getting to know you as time goes on. Thank you for your comments and questions coming in. But what I'm going to do is, I know you want to do a few other comments as well, isn't it? Just before we go.
Absolutely. I want to reveal, if I may, who's going to be winning the £20 or $20 for the Throwback Thursday. If you recall the wonderful picture, which is here. The person who guessed correctly to win that money is Deb Green.
Way!
And it was Laird. Of course it was.
Yay, and not me.
Not aged a day.
No, she hasn't, has she?
She hasn't.
She hasn't.
Still a forehead as smooth as snow. Thank you so much for having me on your show today.
Thank you for coming on. Thank you.
I've loved it.
Yeah, brilliant.
It's been really good fun. We have got plenty more coming up today, haven't we?
We absolutely do. Yes, it's me and you all day today. So that is us now. In a moment, we're going to go poke into the craft vault, just in a moment or two. But then what you're going to find is, with our new schedules, the way that the times work, we are 3 p.m. here in the UK. We're going to be going into a craft along. So that is then going to be 10 a.m. Eastern time, 7 a.m. Pacific time. It is all about, it's like our window dies, our outline dies. So go across onto our social media pages, as in Crafter's Companion. Have a look, as well as my page. You're going to find your shopping list. See your shopping list. It's kind of like, you know, your ingredients list as to what you need, and get them together and we can be crafting along. So that's going to be 3 p.m. here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern time, 7 a.m. Pacific time. So that is with myself and Becky, as I say. And then what we've got later on today is it's Thursday, so it's Cartload, so that's 7 p.m. here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern time, 11 a.m. Pacific time. Get across onto our website and you can have a look to see what's coming up in all of these shows now. So if you want to get a head start, always worthwhile doing that one, because you can see what we were like with the foil press background stamps. So always good to shop ahead as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you just in a moment how you can watch and also shop at the exact same time. As I say, it's me and Becky for the rest of today. After today, I'm taking a couple of days break. I'll be back on Monday. Tomorrow, Leanne's going to be stepping in. She is popping in with Leanne and Joe. So here we go. We are going to see you in a moment on Craft Vault. So tune in then and we'll see you in a moment. Check this one out.
Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day.
At the end of that craft vault. Normally I'm so busy sort of doodling along like some sort of smurf that I don't hear the end bit. Oh, I didn't know that happened. Anyway, welcome to Craft Vault. Oh my goodness, if you are in the mood for some treats and bargains and some last minute deals, because some of these are very low in stock, you're absolutely in the right place. We've still got demos for you though, don't worry. If you have just tuned in, hey up, how are you? My name's Bex, thanks so much for joining me today. We are opening the Craft Vault for up to 70% off, and boy, we have got some absolute treats here for you. We've got the wonderful Craig here getting set up and ready and raring. Are you ready?
I think I'm ready. Raring to go.
We are starting off by showing the Hexagon double-sided die box first off. Now this is what is on your screen right now, and this is an absolute mega pack. Do you know when you get things and you get little elements that are maybe like your store cupboard elements? This is how I see this. These are the elements and the treats that you are going to use time and time again, but you are also going to be able to use for different projects in many different ways. So in this selection, we've got a massive amount for you. We're going to be bringing to you 72 sheets worth in your card pack. Look at the size of that. It's like a doorstop. It's massive. massive. Now these are 8x8 in size and they are your bright colours. Who has been crafting rainbows recently? Yeah, me too. These are your rainbow colours and more. You have got double-sided designs, as you can see here. Great for your pop-up cards. You know, sometimes in your pop-up cards when you can see the front and the back of a design, this is great if you want that really professional finish because it's got the colours on both sides. So for your bright, you've got that. Now, this pad, as I've said, it's massive, 72 sheets. You're paying for this and you're paying for the red liner tape, which we all need, we all use time and time again. But for free, double-sided hexagon box die. So you can create your own gift boxes with the hexagonal dies. Now this is truly, truly wonderful. Imagine filling those up with little goodies. Who else is a jewellery maker like myself? Yeah, you could absolutely do that beautiful collection, with your jewellery inside. Sweet boxes, maybe. You could put little sweets in there and maybe favours for parties or weddings. You can pop all into there. It is a huge discount you're getting on this. I mean, mega, mega massive. So if you do want to treat yourself to this, you can absolutely do so now. £23.98 only here in the UK, and if you're over the seas it's $32.90. It is a huge saving. Here in the UK you're saving nearly £30, so it's a massive discount that you're getting on this one. Better than half price, isn't it? Yeah, better than half price. Oh, I love that. So hang on, if it's better than half price, it's better than a buy one get one free, isn't it? Oh, saving yourself way over 50% there. So do treat yourself to it now. But as we say, this is your craft vault. So not only are we opening up the vault of bargains, we are also on some of these opening up low stock. So do feel free to seize the moment on those whilst you can. Let's bring you something super sweet now. This is a double-sided topper collection. Now, if you've not seen these before, they come in lovely elements. That means you can create really personalised, 3D, unique, detailed designs. So these are your double-sided pieces that we've got here. Who else is looking at this and thinking, I would like cake? Yeah? Oh, it's that kind of noise. By the way, sorry, that noise is really weird if it's the first time you've heard it. I describe it as my excitable Furby noise. Do you remember the Furbies? Fluffy things you used to stick your finger in the mouth to feed them. Do you remember them? Sometimes when I get very sort of, what do I say?
Hungry?
Yeah. When my mouth fills with saliva, I was going to say, yeah. That noise comes out. Anyway, these are the ones that you're getting. So you've got your sweet cupcakes here, and you're also going to be getting your collection of the floral designs. So beautiful, again, for Mother's Day, Easter's not too far off, etc. And we've got your All of My Heart as well. So these ones are your double-sided designs. And when I say that they do the 3Ds, you can see what we're talking about. So you're getting these wonderful 3D designs. Let me open that up for you so you can see all the way around it. And what I love about them too is that, of course, you can use them in tandem should you wish. Using them with different colorways, you're going to get different effects, and as you can see, layering them up in different ways and designs. You can create, for example, as you can see on the florals here, you can use the different flowers to make different designs. So for example, you know, your best friend's favorite flower might be daisies. So you could just use the daisy shaped design if you wanted to, changing the colors, changing the textures. Also, for example, on the cakes one, using different colors and different looks and colouring them in using your different inks, etc. You can make it different flavours, can't you? So you could do some, you know, chocolate colours if you wanted to. Apparently we've got lemon drizzle in the canteen today. Ooh, so you could make it a lemony colour. So you've got all of these different chances. Oh, I liked that. That was a good one.
That was nothing like it.
No. So do feel free to treat yourself to those ones. And again, it is $24.36 today, $33.69, and you're going to be getting them at an absolute bargain because it's Craft Vault. Next up, I've got one of my absolute favourite products of all time, stencils. Stencils for me, I have been working with since I think it was the first time I ever sort of decorated my room was using stencils. Stencils, they are fabulous. It means that you can get a really nice crisp finish and you can come up with many designs. What I love about these ones is they are the 3D layering. So you're going to be getting the outer, the middle and the lower to get all the details. So for example, in this one, this is your French vine collection. So in here you are going to be getting the sort of Beaujolais Merlot grapes. You're going to be getting the Paris outline. Let me show you that one. Here we go. You're going to be getting the Paris outline there as well. So you're getting all of the buildings as well as the wordage, and then you're getting the sort of fleur-de-lis design too in here. So you've got all of those ones. Is that correct? There you go, yeah, set of 3. So you're getting all of those on, they're going to work perfectly in together, and of course they are 3 for the price of 1. So you buy 1, you get 2 for free.
Wow.
I mean, that makes no sense. I'd never go into my local shop and go, hi, I'd like to buy 1 pack of biscuits, but if you'd give me 3, that'd be great, thanks. It just doesn't happen, does it?
Doesn't happen, no.
Does here at Craft Vault. So do feel free there today. It's $9.99 UK or $11.95 for you. Big saving there. And let me bring you one treat, and final treat for now, and it is the foil background. Now, if you recall earlier on, we mentioned these in that first hour, and the reason being it was really low stock. Wow, let me tell you, after that demo from the wonderful Craig, it's really limited now. So if you do fancy it, do seize the moment now, and you know how to get involved with us. These are beautiful designs, great for your foiling. So you're getting your, let me show you the right one with the right one. You are getting your ornate swirl background. This is the one that lovely Craig demoed earlier on both manners, and then you're getting your outline as well. This is the super lacy design that we've got here for you. So those ones together, you're getting them. You don't have to pick which one you prefer. You get them together, and it is $17.50 or $26. Massive saving here in the UK, over £42 off today. So seize the moment on those ones because they are very limited. Don't forget, you can still get social because quite frankly, I love hearing from you. So do feel free to get involved with us, and you can get involved in this manner. And we will be reading out some of your comments as we go on. And I'm going to announce the winner of my Facebook and Instagram giveaway in a little bit as well. So do stay tuned. Let's get ready to craft some with the lovely Craig. Hi, Craig.
Hello again.
What are we making?
So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the double-sided hexagon dies. So within these ones here, they are exactly as they say, double-sided. Now what you've got is you've got 2 dies. So what they actually do is they make 2 different size of boxes. On one side, it cuts the base. On the other side, it cuts the lid. However, what you've also got within your set is you've got additional few dies. These ones here are also double-sided, and these are going to be able to use for maybe little tags if you want to, maybe additional little embellishments for the top of your boxes, but they're in place as well, and they're double-sided. So how do they work? What you're going to need is your 2 cutting plates, so from your Gemini Junior or your large Gemini. So you've got your 2 cutting plates. You will also need 2 of your double-sided cutting plates here. Now you'll find these on our website within these ones here as well. You can see that they've got Gemini at the bottom, which lets you know that these are for the Gemini. Please don't get them confused with your foil pressed carbon plate. They are a completely different material. So the one that you need, you can see, there we go, if you do need them, on the bottom of your screen. But these ones here, these are for your Gemini double-sided, and that's what you need to use. So what we're going to do is let's bring in one of our plates with the carbon plate, not the carbon plate, with the double-sided plate over the top. Then what we're going to do is we're going to bring in a piece of cardstock that we've got. Now within this one here, what we've got is, I'm not sure if we can quite see, just where my nail is, there's a good couple of millimeters between the edge of the die and where that actual die edge is. So we can see, there we go, so we can see that. So if I move there, and then if we stay in place, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it around and notice how the die goes right to the very edge. There's not a couple of mils in between the edge of the metal. This lets me know that this side is bigger, so that's going to be the lid. This side smaller, so that's going to be the base.
Hey, that's clever.
You only really need to know that if you're Oh, look at that. I've cut my cardstock to the wrong size. We're using the smaller one. Same idea. You only need to know each side of the die if you are using two different coloured cardstocks. For instance, maybe you want the lid one colour, the base on another colour. If you're just using white cardstock, it doesn't really matter, does it? So we're popping our die on in place. What we need to do then is bring in our next piece of cardstock and place that one over the top. Then we're bringing in our carbon plate. Then we're bringing in our top plate. So what we can do is run this one through. So running that one through, on this occasion, the Gemini Junior, exactly the same format if you're using the large Gemini. As we always say, or Sarah will always like to say as well, you can still do your Gemini Junior plates in your large Gemini and just turn them sideways.
Molly is asking, will the Hexagon dies fit in the MIDI, please?
So these, this one here, let's check, I've got one at the side. These will. So what you need to do is you will need to go back and have a look at one of the shows that Laird done with the double-sided dies, because if you're using the MIDI, then you don't use your folder. You do need your double-sided plates, but it's going to be a slightly different combination. So go across onto Crafters TV and watch a past show with Laird where she explains how you use it within the MIDI.
Fabulous. And I know it's not exactly the same, but just as a reminder, we have got plates galore coming up for you a little bit later. 2 different sizes. It's all the info's at the bottom there. Massive, massive discount on these. So fancy them, do feel free to stock up on them. They're available now.
Always worthwhile stocking up on things like that, with them being essential for your Gemini.
Agreed.
So what I'm doing now is these even give you the score lines. So just folding and scoring. I would, when I'm at home, I would give them a bit of a burnish with my bone folder. But for time and speed, let's fold these ones over. And then what we can do is let's fold these ones. And as it's construction, I would recommend using our tacky glue, a wet glue, but I will also use our tape runner. So let's bring in our tape runner for this one, which is here. And then each of these tabs, so let's unfold them now. So each of these little triangle tabs, I'm going to add the adhesive on, and we're going to work our way around. And then what I'm going to do is let's take this one into place, open them up. So they're great if you need a little box and you need it really, really quickly. But even maybe just like a little sentimental keepsake gift that you want to give. Maybe you've even passing down maybe something that's within the family. You want to make a little box, because it's still going to cut your vellums and acetates and glitter card and all your different materials, not just your cardstock.
Maybe it's a good little tooth fairy box.
That's
so
a
if somebody
great
doesn't want to
idea.
put their tooth under their pillow for some reason, they could have a little box next to the bed for the tooth fairy to come and take something.
I've never thought that is such a good idea. And maybe if you have little fairy dies or fairy stamps or that, or you know, your cardstock could be, I don't know, like pinks and purples. Obviously, if the girls into pinks or purples, maybe the boys want blue, yellows, etc. Obviously, as it is nowadays, you know, the boys might want the pink and the girls might want the blue, and that's a good thing, is you can colour theme it to whichever way that you want.
Absolutely.
But what we're doing is we're just popping these tabs to the side with the adhesive, and one pass of the Gemini, that's given us our base and also our lid. So we're going to pop that one over the top, just popping it into place, and there is your little box. So that's a smaller one. You can obviously make a larger one as well. So a few of the things is, if you want to go all elegant, look at that, we've decorated the top using the Hexagon separate die. So really nice and elegant, black and gold. Pattern paper, maybe you want to layer them on top of each other. There's a little, look at that memory keepsake box.
So nice.
Christmas time and acetate, the little box is also in there. And if you want to get really creative and extend the sides, then you absolutely can do.
Cool.
You've got the top and the bottom as well. Make them as tall as you want. Make it really sturdy in the base. I don't know, maybe a little bottle of something, you know, who knows? You never know. Some of the things you can be making with them.
That's so exciting. If you want to be making those for your loved ones, for those last minute boxes, for those keepsakes, then you can do so with this collection. As a reminder, you are going to be getting a whopping 72 sheets of your 8x8, and these are in your bright colours. For all of you rainbow lovers, get ready. Ooh, you've got double-sided here, so it looks great forward and back for you. Massive amount of those. You're also getting the tape in there, and for free, you're going to be getting those dies. So you're going to be able to do the 2 sets of boxes, or the little nests, if you will. Should we have a little nosy about what you've been up to, what you've been saying? Let's do it. Karen said, what's your favourite colour, Becky? Now, this sounds like I'm being a little bit of a sort of, you know, suck up, but my favourite colour is purple. And I know it sounds like I've made it up, but if you go onto my Instagram page, Rebecca Redican CC, you will see that I've taken a picture in front of a wall in my house which is completely purple, as is my sofa, as is the rug, as is the whole of the downstairs, so it is purple. And I've not just done that to get this job. We've had someone saying, Jean is saying, I still have a Furby now, how funny. Jean, I love that, that's retro. Do you know what I say that? Do you remember Tamagotchis? Yes. I got myself a Tamagotchi only about a year ago, you know. It's not still alive, obviously. You have to press the reset, but only a year ago.
Perfect. Just as well, it's not really.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think the giveaway was the fact that mine was a dinosaur.
Ah, well.
Oh no, not that dinosaurs weren't real. Anyway, we have had Kathy. And we've had Kathy saying, I have the cupcake double-sided die. It's awesome. Oh, Kathy, I'm glad you've been enjoying that. We have had, Angie's saying that she's had a revival on her stencils recently. Do you know what? It's interesting, isn't it? Because like with any craft, I suppose, stencils, I think, was something that were really big. It was really big. Like, I remember in the 90s, everyone was stenciling everything. You know, if something stood still too long in my house, it got a bit of the old tongue and groove, and then it got a stencil over it. But yeah, they all come back. It's like when I was younger, macrame was everywhere, household macrame, and I thought, oh, it's a bit olden day. But now, my house, macrame everywhere. I can't move for it. I love it. So yeah, it's funny that, isn't it, Ange? It really is. Yeah, keep it long enough and it'll be in fashion again. Chivixen, I've probably not said that right and I apologise. Says, it's great to see Becky again, we missed you. Oh, I'm sending you a cuddle. And then the final one, Tooth Fairy box is a cute idea. Well, there you go, you can use that one if you wish. We have got so much more to come up for you in this craft of all, including the winner of my competition. But we're going to have a little look at the layering stencils now with the lovely Craig.
Indeed. Now what I've done is I've quickly grabbed 3 colours. Within these stencils, let me bring in a bit of black to really show them off. So if I bring, that's not a full big bit, this will need to do. So we've got, in each stencil set, we've got 3 stencils. So there's one, a lot of open detail. There's stencil number 2. A little bit more detail, and then stencil number 3, this is going to finish off the detail with your colours. So what to do is, it's always best if you use a light, a medium and a dark colour. So I've just had to grab what I had to the side. So I've gone for a light pink, I've gone for a fuchsia, which is medium, and then I've gone for a plum pudding, which is a darker one. Not usually the combination I would necessarily go with, but it's what I had to hand here behind me. And what I'm doing is I'm layering this one up against the edge of my cardstock. You could use a repositional sprays if you want, but as I always like to say, we're up against the time. You're not. And what I'm going to do with this first one is we're going to go in with the lightest tone of colour, and we're going to, I'm holding it down. If you're using your spray, you won't need to worry about that. So we can add the colour on. If you aren't using your outside of your cardstock to line up, maybe you want it in a specific place, what you've got is you've got 2 little dots at the side here. Stencil over them, add a bit of ink onto them, and then that's going to be a bit of a guide for you to pop your other stencils over the top.
Oh, that's clever.
So it's just nice, nice there to have that at hand. You're not having to guess.
That's a good little tip.
Although the thing about these stencils as well is if you aren't kind of bang on as you think you would need to be, it's very forgiving. You know, you don't need to worry too much about being exactly as you would think you would need to be.
Fab.
But the guides are there if you need. And what I'm going to do is let's go in, laying down that lighter tone of colour.
Can I just ask you, how much pressure are you putting on as you're dappling that in?
So for this one, I am adding a little bit extra pressure than I would usually do. usually do. That's only because for time I want to get the colour down.
Got you.
But usually what I would do is just lightly, I would work my way round because I would secure it with our actual temporary spray.
I get you.
So what I'm doing is getting the colour in, but as I say, I am pressing hard just so that I can get a lot of this colour down. Now that'll be enough for now. So if I move that one out the way, you start to see you've got this kind of halo silhouette outline.
Beautiful.
Of the image. Then let's bring in the second one. So this is where either match up with the two dots, or on this occasion, what I'm doing is I'm going to pop this one to the side and tape, and then tape. Let's go in with this next one. So let's go in with a bit of fuchsia. And this is probably the one that I wouldn't necessarily have gone with on this occasion, but because it's a lighter tone, and I'm dabbing just so that I don't get a real intense fuchsia colour, because I want to show off that backdrop that I've already done. And then what we'll do in a moment is we'll come along with the depth of the plum pudding, or it could be crushed velvet. So let's add that one on, pull this one away, and then you start to get that roundness of the grape. To be honest with you,
really
actually, Becky, I quite like that.
I do.
I quite like that look.
Yeah, a fancy stomping on them. I mean,
yeah,
for like wine.
that's what they do, isn't it? Yeah, they stomp on them.
Yeah.
That's something I would do. I'm not much of a wine drinker. I don't have a taste
What's
for
your
it.
tipple of choice?
I do like a little gin. Do like a little
Do
gin.
you? That's funny. You don't look like one.
Good one.
It
Love
wasn't. It was rubbish.
Love
but thanks.
So then what I'm going to do is I'm now going to go onto the deep colour. And this one, as I say, is plum pudding. I like with this last stencil, you even get the little, the words, the French words of the wine. But what we can do is go into place. And this is going to finish off the stencil and the design. Very similar to our Laird and stamps that we've done in the past, or our smaller Laird and stencils. So it's the same effect. But what this is doing is then going to finish off that accent of the grapes, and because it's going to give it that outline shadow. So if I peel this one away, look at that. Isn't that just phenomenal? I love the way that the stencils give you that depth, simply by you doing the lighter colour, medium colour, and the darker colour. I've gone with the purples and fuchsias, but you can do them any colour that you want. Key thing, stencil 1 have light, stencil 2 have a medium colour, and stencil 3 have a darker colour. This is then going to give you that 3D look when it comes to the grapes. Love these ones.
I think that looks wonderful. Quite vintage as well, actually, isn't it? And I suppose on the final stencil, if you didn't want to have the Beaujolais and the Merlot, then you wouldn't have to pop that on as well, would you? So let me just let you know, that is the 3D layered stencil collection that you've got on your screen now, $9.99 at this moment in time, or $11.95. Who fancies finding out the winner of my social media giveaway? Yay! So if you don't know about this, hi, my name is Rebecca Redican. It's lovely to be with you today. It's my first full day, but I did have a half of a day last Thursday, and we did a little competition. They said if you came and followed me on socials, which is Rebecca Redican, Redican is spelled Redican, CC on Instagram or Facebook. If you go and follow me and like me there, oh look, it's at the bottom. Oh, that's snazzy, that, isn't it? Then if you came and followed me, you were entered to win a Gemini Go, and the winner of the competition. I did see it a second ago, but so many people messaged in. Oh, hang on. Right, yeah, I found it. Drum roll, please. Was the wonderful Sarah Whitfield. Yay! You've got a Gemini Go making its way over to you, and thank you so much to everyone who came and liked those socials. I will let you know, I've not managed to log into my Facebook one yet, but when I do feel free to be prepared for lots of crafty pictures and pictures of my animals at home. Okay, we have got so much more to bring on to you. We're going to be heading on over to the double-sided Topper collection now, and we're going to be bringing to you a demonstration with these with the lovely Craig in Craig's Corner. It is $24.36 for you in the UK and $33.69 if you want to get it in dollars. That is your craft bulk price, so do feel free to seize the moment on that one whilst you can. And it is the lovely double-sided ones with the cupcakes, the flowers, and of course the lovely heart detail as well. So let's head on over to Craig. What are you up to?
Right, let's go with one of these topper ones. So let's do the All My Love. So you've got 2 dies, you've got your base layer, you've got layer 2, then you have got layer 3, and then layer 4. So what we're going to do is, let's do layer 1 is going to be the red, so that's the full back layer. And what I want to do, so I can get these both onto my junior, let's pop that one on. Then we're going to go for a slightly darker layer. So let's go for our orange, that can go there. And then for the third layer, what we'll do, a bit more of a brighter orange, so that can go there. And then to finish it off, because we've got an outline within this die, let's use a yellow and go a bit lighter over there. So what we can do, so base plate and then our double-sided plate, and then our top plate. Running this one through the Gemini. If you are new to our double-sided dies, maybe you've never seen them before, heard about them before, you'll only get them here with us at Crafter's Companion. They are patented, which means you'll only find them here when it comes to double-sided dies. So what we can do is take these ones away. We've then got our main layer. We've then got our second layer. Now for this one, you don't need the little heart in the middle, but you could be using it elsewhere. Let's bring in our next layer. So on this one here, we're going to pop these bits out. So this is then going to make all these layers on the backdrop just shine through. Let's lift it up, level it out. And then what we can do now to finish that one and really pull the full heart together, let's bring in this one. And again, all these bits just pop out. If you've got your die tool, then use that one. Let's just take my bogey tool, pop them out, and then what we can do, pop it on top. You might want to use them separately. You don't have to do all the layers together, but then there we go. We can see how we can layer all 4 layers together at once. That's how they work.
Amazing! Wow, it's incredible what you can do when you've got the right tools. Thank you so much for that, Craig. That was wonderful.
Thank you.
It is already time for us to head off. We're going to go grab ourselves a brew, but we'll be back with you in an hour and a half. So grab your phone, set an alarm for an hour and 25 minutes, and then come back and join us, because we have got wonderful treats and treasures. We've got the craft along, haven't we?
We do indeed.
Thank you so much, Craig. We'll see you in a little bit. I'll see you shortly.
Bye.